Hey everybody, this is Minion Soldier, and this is the Piracy Show. Now, of course, comments, questions, concerns from last week's ship updates are the order of the day, so let's get started. First one, Citizen Gamer, and I remember this comment. I remember it very vividly. It sucks when you make and render a vid, then they update something like the production schedule. Evocati, July 20th at the soonest. I can tell you that after I updated the video, like after I uploaded it, updated all the info on it, made sure everything was where I wanted it to be, and I kind of gave it a quick overview. Was the sound okay? Did I F up and, uploaded at 480 again? No. Okay. Good. All right. I went and I started doing some quick dailies in World of Warcraft. I went, okay, that's done. I said, okay. Let's see. There's a few comments. Let's see what the comments are. And that's the first comment I read. And I just was like, oh, fuck. You gotta be kidding me. And then I went and I looked and was like, yep, there it is. The production schedule update. And I was just like, man, like I just kind of covered your guys' ass on ship updates and you didn't. Like, you could have just held the newsletter for like a few hours and just put it out with that, and then everything would be cool. And I'm like, damn. But yeah, so right now it looks like 3.0 general release, aiming for the 21st to the 25th of August, right at the end of the month. Not entirely unexpected, I would say. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, look, like last year, October-ish, I think right at the end of October, I put out a video and I kind of more or less said, if you guys think that 3.0 is going to be out in 2016, it's not going to happen. And people, people reacted, and I think a few people were triggered. And, it was like, oh, bro, you don't even know. You don't even know, bro. Straight up, you don't even know, because it's like 2 concurrent design teams. It's going to be delivered by the end of 2016. Chris Roberts said it, therefore it's going to happen. And, you always have to be careful how you reply to comments and what you say. But, like, to that one in particular, it was like, are you new? Have you not been around for Star Citizens? There's a lot of wonderful, great things about Star Citizen. The production schedule is not one of them. It's like there are a lot of delays, and when you look at like just everything that's going into 3.0, it's massive. It's huge. Of course, there's going to be delays. I mean, you don't want to say it, but like in the back of my head, I'm thinking like, dude, if you think 3.0 is going to make 2016, I need you to go to your medicine cabinet right now and reread the daily dosages on your medications, because where you're reading take 9 every 1 hour, it's actually saying take 1 every 9 hours, and you're in the midst of a psychotic episode. So, yeah, I mean, if you've been around for Star Citizen's development cycle for the most part, then I mean you're used to delays. It's no surprise. Like someone says, "Oh yeah, it got pushed back to the end of August." It's just like, "Yep." Who didn't expect that? I mean, come on. The delays don't really worry me. They don't, because I mean, in the end, when you look at everything that's going into the package and you see the videos of it, it's going to be pretty damned huge, right? It's going to be friggin' amazing. The only thing about 3.0, the only thing that really concerns me, the only thing that in the back of my head is like, that could be a problem, is, for like a lot of us, we've been waiting a long time for all this cool shit, going back to the Pathfinder demo, going back to all this planet-side stuff that we've been seeing. We're all super excited, right? I don't think there's any single person here who isn't going to be like day one downloading, logging in, getting in there, getting down to a planet, hopping on a Dragonfly or a Nox, whatever you got, or just flying down with your ship and just seeing what the hell it looks like. Because this is the first time that we're going to be able to transition from orbit to surface and to look around and to see. It's going to be amazing, and you know, we're all going to love it. But and there's going to be missions, you know, there's going to be missions, and there's going to be like all these different little like odds and ends that we can see all over the planets and stuff. But I'm hoping that there's actually a significant amount of missions or some kind of dynamic content generator in effect, because the only thing that worries me is that we're going to get down there and there's going to be like maybe 20, 100 missions, and that's it. And it's just going to be like, oh, that's all that's going in this time, because that's not really a lot of, you know, there's a whole bunch of like, there's a whole container. This whole container for the game has gotten enormous. It's grown exponentially. But the content within that container, in terms of like things to actually do, I hope there's a significant chunk, some kind of dynamic generator that keeps generating new stuff, because I'd hate to get down there and it's like, and we've got 50 new missions, and you know, we're going to be sitting there going, dude, I burned through those 50 missions like on the first day. I need new stuff now. All right, next up, CS Digital Design. Star Citizen 3.0 delayed again. Now it's at Gamescom. If they miss this, I'm done. Really, a year late, laughing my ass off. Well, I mean, in honesty, like in all honesty, we knew that 3.0 was going to take a lot longer than the original, like December 2016, right? We all knew it. I mean, even like the hardcore true believers, I think deep down they knew it too, right? You know who I'm talking about. You know the people I'm talking about. They're the ones who are like, in December 2016, Chris Roberts shall bring us 3.0, and it will be greatness. Burn all the heretics at the stake who deny this release date. Amen. I mean, honestly, dude, deep down, we all knew that this was going to happen, right? It's no real big surprise. All right, next up, Bog Roll, LOL at the Family Guy clip. Yeah, I thought that was appropriate for the situation. And Panzer 110, great video. Yeah, love the jaw-dropping scene. Yeah, that clip, it's a very, very tight clip. I just didn't want to run into another Star Wars situation with that video, so I was like, gotta keep this like super tight and super short. Okay, next up, Zen Air Zulu. Yes, on opening shot, pretty as F. Note to CIG, make the ships pretty, dang it pretty. Some of the ships, no names, are not pretty. Some looking like old Tom Cruise. Make the ships Maverick, not old man Cruise. But dude, I don't know, man. Tom Cruise, I mean, that dude ages pretty friggin' well, man. But then again, I mean, he's like a 10th level Phelon with like galactic energies and shit. So, I mean, I guess that's part of the package. All right, next up, Rogs VR. That Reclaimer is pure badassery looking ship. Oh, dude, the Reclaimer, I cannot recall anybody ever saying anything bad about how the Reclaimer looks. I mean, from day one, that ship has just been legit. All right, Jose, man, you just made my day, LOL, at the start of the video. You're the best. Thanks, dude. I'm glad you enjoyed it. All right, Jez MCM. Makes me wonder if the Reclaimer will go on sale again when those 3 rooms are finalized. The next Reclaimer sale will be probably at CitizenCon. That would be my guess, because obviously, I mean, it's scheduled rather to be finished in September. It's not on the production schedule, because I checked again on the updated one. It's not on the production schedule for 3.1. It's not on the production schedule for 3.2, so it's still a ways away. So your next chance to buy it will probably be CitizenCon or the anniversary sale, one of those two, because traditionally the only other time it would be made available is once it's flight ready, since they don't do the hangar ready then flight ready thing anymore. So that would be your next chance to get it. So getting it at CitizenCon or getting it at the anniversary sale might equate somewhat of a cost savings of buying that ship as well, prior to its full flight ready status, when it'll probably notch up a few bucks. Okay, Punchy Light Beer. Nice. It seems like I bought the Reclaimer decades ago. Truthfully, yeah, I feel the same way. I can tell you. I mean, I bought mine when the Reclaimer first came out right away. As soon as I saw it, I was like, done. Yes, that's what I want. September 26th, 2014. It's like, and almost, yeah, it's weird. It's almost exactly 3 years ago that I bought the Reclaimer. Wow. Time doesn't exactly fly when you're waiting for a game to get done. Okay, next up, Yellow. Wow, so loves the ship more and more every time I see it progress. Yeah, Reclaimer, obviously. Can't wait to see two Reclaimers going one-on-one, seeing who can rip the other apart first using the claw-arm, or first using only the claw-arm. Yeah, that would be interesting. The one thing that I always kind of wanted to experiment with the Reclaimer, and one of the things I had in the back of my head is, you got to figure the Reclaimer's got to be a pretty strong ship defensively. Obviously, offensively, probably not, but defensively, it's got to be a fairly tough ship. And one thing that I kind of had in the back of my head was, wouldn't it be like cool? I mean, obviously you'd have to evolve some tactics, some doctrine to go along with it, but to have a group of Reclaimers whose tactic was to just latch on to an enemy ship, charge in, latch onto it, and just start tearing it apart, you know, using whatever capital sized Joker sucker punches to keep the ship disabled, and to just literally be destroying the ship by like salvaging it while it's still like a functional ship. I think that would be an interesting battle tactic. Practical, probably not, but it would be I think it would be a cool thing to do. All right, next up, Tech. Oh god, best ship in the verse. Yes, absolutely, dude. Absolutely. It is honestly my favorite of all the ships that I own. It is my favorite. All right, next up, Eric Spivey. Wow, awesome vid, Minion Soldier. 2014 is a long wait for my Reclaimer, but darn, it's worth it. Yup. In retrospect, yeah, it is worth it, because obviously, you know, in life you have other things to occupy your mind as time passes. But the way this thing is looking, it's just looking so great. I can't wait to bring it into the game and fly around in it. It has that look more so than I think any other Star Citizen ship. It has that Aliens, Sulaco, James Cameron look that just seems just so perfect and so appropriate for this universe. All right, next up, Nate the Great. If you ever need a crew member for your Reclaimer, look me up. I'm in your organization as Lin Fang. Oh, definitely, dude, definitely. Trust that as soon as we get to a point where everything counts in the verse, like once we get past the last kind of reset of cash and everything like that, where they say, okay, we've got everything figured out now, it's at that point in the open beta where it's just like, okay, everything counts now. Trust me, that Reclaimer is going to be busy, and I'm going to need some people, because I am going to be grinding up ships like nobody's business, because I need to make money. I got to fill my ships with guns, ammo, armor for all my crew, all that stuff. So you might regret that statement later, because trust me, when the Reclaimer releases, it is time. When the Reclaimer releases and everything in the game counts, like we can actually start doing progression, I am going to hit the ground running, and that reclaimer is going to be some serious business. Okay, Commander City. So will the Dragonfly and the Nox be available for sale during 3.0, or did I miss their sales for a while? Yeah. Chances are, well, I'm not going to say chances are, pretty much 99%. Both of those are going to be for sale when 3.0 comes out, because we're going to have all this shit to do on the ground. We're going to need vehicles to get around. Trust me, if they didn't release those for sale with 3.0, it's at that point that you would say, okay, whoever is arranging these sales needs to back off the coke, because, I mean, you're making some bad choices. Anyways, that's the show for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. And hopefully I'll be able to squeeze out a little extra content this week for you guys. So look forward to that.
Quantum travel initiated.